Roll tape and let me know.
Speed.
Okay.
Now? Now? I never know when I should start. Jeff, you're being honored. Joseph Papp, you're being honored in New York, are you not?
I'm surprised that you know about that. I just heard about that a little bit myself, and that's going to be great if it comes down. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not, but
it's
I
in our
understand
morning
they're going to.
newspaper.
Hey, well then, great, terrific.
Yes.
I hope I can come back for it.
Could you tell us a little about it? It was just a little squib. I was quite excited.
I think they're going to be showing 3 of my films at Joseph Papp's theater there. And I'm not sure if they've picked them out. I think it's going to be Cutter's Way, and I think they may show Hearts of the West, and I'm not sure what the 3rd one will be.
Well, that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
You know that Hearts of the West was such a wonderful movie, and all the critics loved it. I remember when we went to the screening of it, everybody loved it, and anyone that I've talked to who has ever seen it has loved it. What happened to that? Why didn't it become the hit it should have been?
That's a toughie. I think I really don't know the answer to that one. It happens to a lot of films for one reason or another. I think a lot of times it has to do with the people that are involved initially creatively, the director and the producer. Maybe they don't follow up on the ads. They aren't into the ad art and the whole selling of the movie, which is, it turns out, is very important, and you need that kind of faith and that follow through on films, and a lot of times you miss it. Sometimes what happens now so often is that you'll have somebody in the studio that sort of is your champion and is saying, yeah, I believe in that film, and then the way things are, the guy gets fired or he quits, and then you have nobody there to represent you, and they say, Hearts of the West, what is Hearts of the West? Oh, well, next, you know, and they just...
You forget that this is really a business, isn't it? Absolutely a business. Your family, the whole family are known to be solid, well-adjusted, contented, lovely people. Isn't that solid, sort of contented family, isn't that sort of unusual for showbiz in Hollywood?
Oh, yes and no. I mean, there are other people that I think that have, you know, you can live fairly well and not be too paranoid. I mean, there's a lot of pitfalls that are out there to fall into. And we have a very close family. I think we really take advantage of that too, and tell each other about it a lot, and keep that going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take it for granted.
Are you, which is very important, not to take it for granted.
That's true.
Are you living in Hollywood?
Santa Monica.
Well, you know,
Right.
still, you're living in that area.
Yes.
And you, are you married? And
yes, I'm married, and I have a child, Belle. She's about 15 months old.
So you're going to remain there, and then also expose your own children to all the pitfalls.
There you go.
Because there are problems out there, aren't there?
Oh yeah, sure.
There seems to be an extreme in many ways. Everything seems to be an extreme. What did you think of Kiss Me Goodbye as a comedy, as far as your character? How did you like that character you played?
I loved to play him. I thought it was a real fun part to do. Very good script, witty lines. You don't find that too often. Charlie Peters did a great job, the fellow who wrote it.
And do you find that you identify with that guy at all? Is there anything about him that is inside Jeff Bridges?
It's funny, he's almost the antithesis of me in a funny sort of way. I'm trying to think about that. I can't really come, I really didn't relate to him that, you know, that was a lot me. It was really quite different than myself.
Because you play him so well. You know, it's hard to know who you really are as far as we're concerned. We only know you as the character you play. And so when I'm looking at you and looking right into your eyes, I'm trying to figure out, who is this Jeff Bridges? Is he that character?
Yeah.
And but I'll have to take your word for it that you're not. What is an Egyptologist? Not a gravedigger, as your mother-in-law or to be called you.
A fellow who studies Egyptian artifacts and that sort of thing.
Are you into antiquities or anything like that?
No, not really.
So that's one area that you're quite... what are some of the other areas that you really are not... you wouldn't go that far on a limb to try and make things work with your fiancé?
Oh, well, there, you've hit one. Maybe I can relate to that. I probably would go too far to make things work with my fiancé.
Ah!
I'm not as, I don't have a nicer haircut as Rupert. The character, I wish I had his hair, and his style and his. Actually, these are Rupert clothes, but he was much more together than I am. He was a nice guy. Yeah.
Well, I don't know, Jeff. Just from meeting you and talking to you, I think you're a very nice guy. Together, you look very much together to me too.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice talking to you.